What's up, everybody? Matt here, Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is Sunday, April 30th, 2023, year of our Lord. 10:41 a.m. I'm working. Y'all, look, I love lawn care. I do. It has literally changed my life, and it has changed my mindset about everything, and it's taught me a lot about myself. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if there's one thing that I despise working on Sundays. I'm a Christian man, for one. I'm very strong in my Christian faith. I love the Lord. But and I fully believe that a Sunday is a day of rest. But at the same time, you know, as a business owner, small business owner, especially an up-and-coming business owner, sometimes we just have to make the choice to do what we hate doing. So here I am, working on a Sunday. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have not gotten a doggone thing done. I ran out of spray for my bed, so I had to run to the big box store because my supplier is closed today because it's Sunday. I ran out yesterday. And I really need to start buying this stuff in bulk on Amazon. It's cheaper that way. But I believe in buying local, so I always try to go to my supplier when I can. But anyway, just left Home Depot. Had to get some Roundup concentrate, and headed back to the neighborhood. I've got 3 beds I've got to spray today. Or no, I'm sorry, 2 beds I got to spray today. I got to spray half of a woman's backyard. It's nothing but weeds. She doesn't want weeds. She has pine straw in half of her backyard because it's a hill that runs down into a swamp, and it's not manicured or anything like that. She just has long needle straw down to kind of hide the ugliness. And every so often she'll pay me like $30 to spray it. It might take 5 minutes, and she lets me use her sprayer, her Roundup, and her surfactant. So that is $30 straight profit, so I have no problem with it. Like I said, it only takes about 5 minutes to do. It's just a spot treat here and there, you know. But I do have 2 beds I have to spray today. Sprayed them with Roundup, got some weeds popping through, and I've got one more yard left to mow. It's not gonna get mowed today. This yard is underwater. We ran out of daylight yesterday, but probably gonna have to do it Wednesday when everything's drying out, if it doesn't rain anytime between now and then. And then I've got 3 rose bushes I've got to cut back. This is a brand new customer that I picked up, and you know, this, with everything that happened this week with my lawnmower torn up and everything, I've just been running crazy trying to get things done, and time has not been on my side this week. But when I took this customer on, I didn't have my notepad with me to write down everything that she wanted for the initial cleanup, the spring cleanup, and I charged her. You know, my startup fee for spring cleanups is $135, and that's my starting price. It goes up as needed, but I charged her the minimum for this yard. It's a small corner lot. There wasn't a whole, I mean, the grass was, she had been cutting the grass. The only thing different was it hadn't been edged, and the bushes, they wasn't in bad shape, but they could use a trimming, and but there wasn't any cleanup involved. So I trimmed the bushes, edged it, and she had one strip behind her privacy fence that backs up to a swamp, and she likes to keep it weed eated to keep rattlesnakes and copperheads out of her yard. Or it doesn't keep them out of her yard, but it helps, you know. It at least makes it where she can see them if they're out there. But So I charged her the minimum for a spring cleanup, and I completely forgot about 3 rose bushes that she wanted me to shape up and make pretty. And I didn't write it down. I normally do. And very first callback I ever had, and I was embarrassed as I could be. So what I did is I took the lady was completely understanding, but I have a standard in my business. I have a standard in my business, but I also have a standard in life. I'm a guy that believes in, your word is everything, your reputation is everything. And if you can't take a man for his word, then you can't depend on that man, in my opinion. And I try to live my entire life like that, every aspect of it. So what I did is I just charged her for the mow. I didn't charge her for the cleanup. I took that off, and so I just charged her $70. And I went over there this morning to clean those rose bushes up. I forgot all about them, and got over there, and lo and behold, the bottom dropped on me. I put a bag in my Rubbermaid can, my dunk can, and time I got that bag stuck in there, the bottom just collapsed on me. So that hasn't gotten done yet neither. And I texted her, told her, like, look, the bottom dropped on me. I'll be back later today. And but I got all that, and I've also got a mulch estimate I got to do. But it's just been one of those weekends, But the good news is I got my mower fixed. The part came in late Friday. Guys, that push mower I got is worn slap out. I mean, slap out. That thing kept cutting off on me. And I got 4 yards done out of 14 Friday. And so we've been playing catch up all during weekend. And my wife, she's sick. Her allergies are messing with her. She's got a fever. She's got her aches and pains. And I told her, you don't have to help me if you don't want to. And I wasn't going to beg my wife to get out there when she's sick to help me chase a dream that's my dream and not hers, But she insisted that she come out there and help me. And boys, I'm going to tell you, when you got a wife that's ride or die like that, and willing to stand right there with you and fight the fires with you, no matter what, no matter the cost, you've got a good one. And I truly am a blessed man. I love my wife to death, y'all. And she is, I couldn't do this without her. I'm not gonna lie to you. I couldn't do it without her. But it's supposed to quit raining today over around 1 o'clock. I can't get the yard mowed, but I know it ain't gonna take me but about, I don't know, maybe 25-30 minutes to get those roses done. And it might take 15 minutes a piece to spray those beds, and it might take 5 minutes to spray that hill area in that lady's backyard. But it's Sunday, y'all. I love my job. I love my business, man. But that's how it is, man. You got to be dedicated. But anyway, my supplier, or not my supplier, my dealership. We have a dealership here in town. It's called Harry's Equipment Center, Harry's Saw Shop. And if any of you in the Augusta area, I'm sure you've heard of it. It's the biggest outdoor equipment dealership in the CSRA. Real good people, Christian folks, stand by their word, stand by their product. And glare on this thing, man. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, stand by their product. Just good folks all the way around. They're having a huge sale on all of their mowers. They're a Toro dealership, a Walker dealership, Husqvarna, Stihl, Wright, Billy Goat, a few other things. I mean, they carry some of the best equipment that there is, and they've already got really good prices, but they're having a huge sale that ends at the end of May. And I'm giving myself some time to outweigh all the pros and cons, and I'm giving myself a month to decide whether or not I really want to take on this kind of commitment this early in my business. But if everything remains the way it is, I don't lose any customers, the weather doesn't screw me up, which, I mean, you can't control the weather. It's not going, I shouldn't even say the weather, but as long as business goes at least the way it is right now or better, I think I'm going to pull the trigger and buy me a 36-inch stander. And you know, with the Spartan tearing up on me, it taught me a valuable lesson. You know, I told y'all in Friday's video that you know, my wife and I, we kind of abused our funds a little bit. We made more than we had ever dreamed of making in a year's time, and we took a little more advantage of it than what we should have. But you know, you live and you learn, and it's like a friend of mine tells me, yeah, you want to get to a certain point in life, but at the same time, there's life in between where you're at now and between the point you want to be at. There is life in between that. So don't beat yourself up over enjoying the fruits of your labor, if you're one that has done that. But at the same time, be diligent in what you do. Get a plan, stick to that plan, and don't stray from it. You know, if you're a new business owner, you're going into something, there's things you need to have in place. You need to have capital in place. And if you don't know what capital is, that's funds available for buying supplies, fuel, different things. You know, it's kind of like what you would call petty cash, I guess you could say. But you need to have an emergency fund. You hear people all the time, especially Dave Ramsey, talk about a $500 emergency fund, which, in my opinion, in 2023, $500 ain't gonna get you very far. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're riding around on a zero-turn mower and you've got a Kawasaki or a Kohler engine, you blow up that engine, $500 ain't gonna replace that engine. You need to have a $1,500 or $2,000 emergency fund. And with $1,500 or $2,000, that is enough, in my opinion, to replace just about anything you need to replace. That's even, you know, it'll replace a tire. That's enough money to go buy a used trailer. If you tear up your trailer, you tear up an axle, or if you want to go finance a brand new one, that's enough money to go finance a vehicle. That's enough money to go finance a mower. That's enough money to go buy a hedge trimmer, buy a blower, buy a weed eater, whatever, you know. $1,500, $2,000, that's a good range to be at for an emergency fund. And you also need to have an account set aside for taxes. You know, you've got the 30% rule. Chances are you're not going to use that 30% to pay your taxes. If you do all your tax write-offs and keep your receipts and everything like you should, you're not going to have to spend 30% of your profit. But it's best to have 30% set aside, because it's there if you need it. You never know what the government's going to do, what kind of crap they're going to do, especially the way things are going right now in the world. But you know, don't take no kind of advice from me when it comes to finances. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a bookkeeper or a CPA or anything like that. I'm just a truck driver with a dream of having a lawn care business full time one day. And but I've gotten pretty far in life with my financial skills, so I do know a little bit. But besides the three things that you need in finances, there's certain things you've got to have to run a business. You know, if you're starting out from scratch, don't have anything, you know, use what you got, or use minimal funds to get yourself started. Make you some money. As soon as you make some money, put every bit of that money back into your business, whether it be buying more or better equipment, whether it be buying backup equipment, whatever it may be. Do it. Get what you need to make your job, to get you to a point where you can get your job done faster, safer, just better quality and better efficient and better safety. And that's what it's all about, and that's really what you need in lawn care to be successful. And you know, I feel like I've done everything right so far. The only thing I screwed up was not having a backup mower. And but I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be hard to talk myself out of buying one. I'm still giving myself a little more time to outweigh the pros and cons, or to weigh everything out, and to just think about this and pray over it long and hard. I need to know that this is something that I really want to do in my business before I make that commitment, because I'm not going to go out and pay cash for a new mower. I'm gonna finance one, because I want to have as much money available to me as possible. And plus, I do need to build up my credit in my business. But hey, you live and you learn, man. And this is my second year of lawn care. And I was talking to a real good friend of mine yesterday that's been doing lawn care for about 15 years. And he is trying as hard as he can to get me to step out in faith and just quit my full-time job and doing this full-time altogether, because he's telling me, he keeps telling me, that's the only way you're really gonna take off in lawn care, is to put all of your focus on that. But I'm not at that point yet. I'm just scared to, and I'm sure a lot of you understand that. But he's also the same one that has been telling me since the beginning, you cannot be scared to spend money. If you're gonna make money, you've got to spend money, but you've just got to be smart about how you spend it. And when I talked to him yesterday, he lectured me. He told me that, with the money that I made last year, yeah, it's good that we lived life, but at the same time, with the money that I made last year in lawn care, he said there is absolutely no excuse for me not having a longer trailer and a second mower, a second big mower, whether it be a zero turn or a stand-on, but a second mower. He said there's no reason, there's no excuse. And he said it's actually just absurd that I haven't done that yet. And I rarely see this guy. I talk to him quite a bit. He's a real good friend of mine. I consider him a really good friend. We confide in each other. We've known each other since middle school. We came through playing football and baseball together, rec ball, little league, all that good stuff, playing high school ball together. And we hung out a lot, partying and things like that when we were teenagers and young adults. And but he's been very successful in his business, and he flat out told me, he said, look, he said, the money you made last year and the equipment you have right now is just flat out absurd. He said there's no excuse. He said you should have 3 mowers at this point. He said you should have a walker. With the yards you take care of, he said you should have a walker mower, and you should have 2 stand-on mowers, and you should have a minimum of a 16-foot open trailer. He said you really should have a 8x16 enclosed trailer, but you should have a minimum of a 7.5x16 open trailer. He said there's no excuse. He said you blew it. He said you've got this year. He said you need to get your P's and Q's together. You need to get your ducks in a row, and you need to, if you're going to be serious about this, it's time to buckle down and get serious. But and he's that kind of guy. He's not we have that type of relationship. We're not scared to tell each other the way things are. He tells me the truth when I need to hear it, and I tell him the truth when he needs to hear it. As much as it may hurt our feelings, as men, we all need somebody to hold us accountable in life. And he's kind of like he's kind of that guy for me when it comes to business. But and I appreciate it, man. I really do. But so at the end of May, if everything goes like it is right now, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have a new trailer, 16 foot, a minimum of a 14 foot trailer. I don't know about a 16 foot right now, because I don't really have somewhere to put a 16 foot trailer. But minimum of a 14 foot open trailer and a 36 inch stand-on mower. I'm not ready to pull the trigger on a Walker mower yet. I just, maybe by the end of the summer, but right now I just can't justify it. That's a little bit more money than what I'm wanting to spend right now. But hey, it's raining. I'm sitting out in front of this property with the roses, trying to wait out this rain. But I'm gonna hop off here. Y'all leave me a message in the comments below, and tell me what your thoughts and what your opinions are. And well, before you do that, you know, keep in mind that this guy knows my situation. He's known me forever. He knows my situation. He knows what type of yards I have, and he knows where I'm at in my business. And he doesn't know every bit of my personal information, my life, and all that good stuff, but he knows a lot. And we confide in each other like that. But y'all leave me a comment and let me know what y'all think, what y'all's opinions are, what you'd have done differently, or if you would have done anything different at all. Or maybe you agree. Maybe I do need my ass kicked for going out and blowing money last year instead of putting it where it needed to be. But either way, y'all let me know. And I'm gonna hop off here and I'm gonna wait out this rain, man. But until the next one, don't know when that'll be. Y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holla at y'all. Bye.